Raheem Sterling has been the face of the campaign fighting to stop the growing racial abuse in English football. The 2018-19 season has sadly seen a rise in incidents involving supporters up and down the country racially abusing players. Sterling himself was abused away at Chelsea earlier in the season, with the supporter caught on camera and duly handed a lifetime ban. However, that kind of punishment has done little to stop the issue, and Sterling has now called for far stricter sanctions to be enforced. The Manchester City winger wants any club found guilty of racial abuse from fans to be handed an automatic 9-point deduction and to play games behind closed doors. Writing in the Times, Sterling stated, "It sounds harsh, but which fan will risk racist behavior if it might relegate their team or ruin their title bid? Small fines do no damage to clubs and countries, but one group of people who do have the money to make them take notice are sponsors." The next time that a club or governing body fails to act appropriately against racism, I would love to see that company pull its money out and make a moral stand. I don't know how long it will take for things to change, but we have to start now. I don't want the next generation of black players to have to put up with this evil. The only way to curb the issue is to make the punishment so severe that a club could receive irreparable damage. Sadly, that's where the state of the game is at. Footballers and clubs recently took to social media to voice their concern over abuse aimed at players over various different platforms and called on the authorities to do more. Sterling finished his piece by writing, "In my opinion, the people who run the game are doing nowhere near enough to solve the problem. And that's not good enough." Raheem Sterling has called for an automatic 9-point deduction and games played behind closed doors for clubs whose fans racial abuse players and other supporters. The Manchester City and England star is a prominent figure in the fight against the rise in appalling instances of racist abuse at games in England and across the globe. Sterling has rejected the idea of walking off the pitch if faced with racist abuse, most recently cupping his ear to Montenegro fans chanting in his direction while playing for England in March. Writing in the Times, Sterling is one of the signatories to a manifesto launched calling for more Black, Asian and minority ethnic, BAME, people in positions of power, harsher punishments for racist abuse, and actions from social media companies, the media and sponsors. He wrote, "It sounds harsh, but which fan will risk racist behavior if it might relegate their team or ruin their title bid?